Hey, what's going on, everybody? Another episode of Talk. Here we got Mike from Bayonne, Andrew, the backbone. We're going to have a little Patriots Jets debate. I do live in New York, but I am a Pats fan. Mike from Bayonne, longtime Jets fan. So let's get right into it. So, first off, I'll say the Pats game plan was completely garbage. Gerard Mayo was just not prepared, and Aaron Rodgers clearly outsmarted Gerard Mayo in every single sense, even on the defensive side as well. However, what I do want to bring up, because I see a lot of people talking about, oh, the Jets pressure, they really got to him. You know, if we sustain this, then like that's obviously like really huge for the Jets defense. Not making excuses, but this offensive line was clearly banged up. And the Jets D did a really good job of really just sending people left and right. And Jacoby obviously had no time in the pocket. I think in the first half, it was like 60% he was pressured on, and just in the first half. So absolutely no time. What's your thoughts on that sense?
On that sense, I mean, listen, I don't know much about your offensive line, to be quite honest. They may have not been fully healthy, but I don't think it was the reason you guys lost the game. I think at the end of the day, I think if you're the guy, you guys are the type of team that if you're down, that's it. You're down. That offense runs through Ramondre, and if you can't give him the ball, if you're down 14 early, Brissett is not going to drop back and make plays. And I mean, like I said, I don't know about the offensive line, but I think I believe in my defensive line, man. Those
Yeah, no,
boys were
and
coming.
I believe in your defensive line too. I'm not saying it's a bad one, because last year I think you guys were like top 8, top 10 in sacks. So
Mhm.
I'm not taking that away. I'm just saying that like people are now saying that like you guys are like sending all these blitz again and all these crazy pressures. And all I'm saying, I don't believe that was a true test.
Right.
Because I'm again not making excuses. Our best offensive lineman wasn't there, and we have two other starters who weren't there. So we were only playing two there. We had a rookie for his first start, never played left tackle. He's really a right tackle. So it,
Yeah. We didn't
I'm
have
just saying.
Mosley. We didn't
I'm
have
just
Jermaine Johnson.
Yeah. I mean, again, we could go on the defense too.
This is football,
No
baby.
Jawan Bentley.
Yeah.
Like we had
Listen,
Peppers
you
out.
have to play with what you got, my friend. You got to play with
100%.
what
But
you
that
got.
I didn't want to get into excuses. My whole point is that was not a true test, and it's a lot of stuff that I was seeing online
Yeah.
that people were saying. So I just wanted to bring that up.
Well, yeah. I mean,
But
look, right now in your world, I can only imagine the comments on these Instagram posts for the Patriots, because this is not something that you guys are totally accustomed to. I know you haven't had the greatest span of a few years post Brady, but this is last night was a new level for you, because it was definitely a new level for us Jet fans.
oh yeah, I mean for sure. I mean,
My dude,
it,
oh
I,
my
I
God.
said this in our group chat last night. I was like, this is how it felt to be a Jet fan all this time.
Oh,
Like
last night
I truly felt that.
it was
How was it in the arena, by the way?
it was insane. They were absolutely insane in there. It felt like I wasn't there last year, but it felt like it's something very similar. They actually do a great job with the night games, but last night was just a thing of beauty from start to finish. That last night was for Bill Belichick. Last night was for Tom Brady. It was for Brewski. It was for Seymour. It was for Will Fork. It was for the Buff Fumble. It was for all of it, baby. That nonstop penetration, defense, offense. The amount, I can't even tell you how many first downs we had, because I fucking lost count, baby. That shit doesn't happen when you're a Jets fan for anybody. And for us to do it against you guys, it made it all the better. You guys are not bad. I truly believe that. And I really don't want to take the time to give you your flowers during these next 10 minutes. But you guys are not a bad team. You're not bad if you're beating the Bengals in Cincy. You just, like you said, maybe unprepared. A lot of people were injured. Still, the dominance from start to finish, no matter who was on the field, is just such a thing that we are not accustomed to. And I've been waiting to see. A lot of Jet fans have been waiting to see. And he showed last night that when the chips are on the table and he knows that he's got to come up with a win, whether it be for emotional support or personal, like his ego for walking into the first time in MetLife, or whether it be a real playoff game, he's going to get it done. He's going to make those plays. He's going to take off. He looked fast last night, dude. He was moving. He was outrunning linebackers to a certain degree to his second level, which is not something I don't think anybody expected of him. So if he's able to do that when the run game isn't working, which it could have, but it was as if we started that game 4 for 4 with 4 passes. The Jets never start the game with 4. You know what I mean? It was almost like they finally realized the entire stadium, including the Patriots, know we want to walk in and run the ball, so let's come out and throw it. And they did, and it worked. And it was just from start to finish. We don't see that, so it's another. I'm done being Mr. Nice Guy Jet fan. That's it. I'm back to being annoying, egotistical. We're going to the bowl. The AFC is a weird place right now, Andrew. It does not look the way everybody thought it would look starting the season. The Bengals the Ravens are 0-2. It all goes through Pat Mahomes. So if you can get to Mahomes, you got a real shot at going to the Super Bowl right now. If you're
the Bengals almost beat them.
The Bengals almost beat them, right? So I'm just saying the obvious road is through Mahomes, but beyond Mahomes, there's nobody to worry about in this conference. There's nobody. So can the Jets go to the Super Bowl? I don't know.
All right, but like the thing is, like yesterday was literally written in the stars, just like you said. It was Rodgers' comeback to New York, where last year he got hurt. Game 1, whatever, play 3 or whatever. This was written in the stars already. Like I'm going to admit this right now. I literally turned to my wife, Jules, and said, we're going to lose this game. And it was literally, I just saw the lights and this, like the whole like atmosphere and everything.
This is before the game started?
Yeah, I said it right before the game started. I truly did feel it. But the thing is, you brought up Bill Belichick, and I wanted to bring this up. The off coverage that Mayo was playing was just feeding into the Jets' freaking coverage. And this is where the inexperience comes from. Bill Belichick would have seen that immediately and would have made that adjustment. Rodgers, I mean, he obviously has a ridiculous arm. The guy's not freaking driving it down. He's not driving it downfield.
No.
He's going left to right and then throwing like a 20-yard back shoulder pass.
And we were talking about that last week. I don't mean to cut you off, but being in the seats that I was in last night, you can see these guys downfield. There were at least 3 times that he had Garrett on a double move wide open without safety help.
Yeah.
Where it was like it just moved, but he wasn't even looking because like you said, he's not looking for those throws at least at the time being.
Well, that also goes to the next point. Like, even though the Pats D-line didn't have the best game, it really went unnoticed a little bit, but also played in the Jets' benefit because they were getting into the backfield, but they were not setting the edge. Again, a huge Bill Belichick, huge thing that he used to preach, set the edge. These guys were not setting the edge. Rodgers was rolling right, he was rolling left, and he was eventually finding an open man. He's obviously going to do that when you give him space.
Yeah, and look, I don't know. This can go either way, probably both if you want to be true, but you guys missed a lot of tackles last night, which you really don't ever do. But at the same time, that boy Braelon Allen is
I was about to say
kind of mode and a different kind of beast, dude.
I said this. He's awesome. Really a guy that you can't tackle one-on-one.
No, he's got these
what is he, like 245?
Yeah, he's got these long, lengthy arms. He looks like a leaner linebacker with speed. And he's got the height. He's got this weird build that's just you don't really see on running backs. But my God, the guy just runs people over. It's insane.
Yeah, he's definitely a good back, which brings to our next point. The ghost of Ramondre Stevenson last night. Oof. Man, the fact that we didn't pound the ball early and just keep going, that was the biggest mistake of the whole time because we needed to have possession of the ball, obviously, going against Rodgers in MetLife. It was such a bad game plan that I thought it would be so obvious.
Did we win the toss? Or you don't even know. They didn't show that?
No, I don't even know.
I know we received. I was curious if we had won the toss because it would have been a better move for us to start with the ball for that very reason. You guys wanted to run it down our throats. That was the game plan. It was very obvious. But if we got the ball first, and honestly, we didn't score on the first possession.
No, you guys, I think, got one first down and then punted in, and we had a 3-and-out, and then you guys scored on that. Mm-hmm. Ridiculous. All right, now time to really complain.
Let's hear it.
And it goes back to this Ramondre Stevenson. It's 14-0. I believe it was like in the second quarter. I'm going to bring it up right now. And I just want to fast forward this. Do you remember this?
Here it is again.
This face mask penalty was such a freaking huge call that I truly I get it. His
Yeah.
pinky got stuck in the thing, but a face mask is a grabbing of the face, like of the
Play
actual
that
mask
again.
itself. Like, wait, hold on.
Because I get what you're saying, but at the same time, if your fingers hooked around the mask, if you,
Ready?
just because
I'll
he
play it in
says
slow.
it's stuck, like
Look, there's no grabbing. His pinky literally gets stuck and it breaks.
but he's
Not
pushing.
breaks.
But he's pushing.
That's a push. Come
But he's
on.
grabbing.
on. Are
Get
you
out of
kidding
here.
me?
Hey, you know what? I hope he took the helmet home with him. Hopefully Quincy signed it for his bitch ass. Come on.
Oh my God. And props where it's due. That guy's freaking all over the field.
He's sick. He's making a name for himself that maybe even be bigger than his brothers. I mean, he's playing real football, and it's been a couple of years now. And I mean, we had no Mosley, and Sherwood stepped right in, and Quincy's been stepping right in, even with Mosley down. He's playing even harder. So that kid could play, man. That kid could definitely play.
Yeah. And also those freaking other two unnecessary roughness calls. Oh my
Terrible.
God.
Terrible.
Are we doing ballet here? Like
The one they called on you guys was just redemption for the one they called on us earlier.
They called two
Both
on
were
us.
terrible.
They called one on
that's right.
Tavai, who like he just like he didn't slam freaking Breece Hall, but he put him down. And then
you're talking about the German suplex?
Yeah,
in the
that wasn't a
second quarter?
German
Get
suplex.
outta
Are you
here. That was
kidding me?
100% a flag. The second one, the one after that, they gave you because of the play
On Rodgers?
No, the slant route or whatever. You guys got one for.
Oh no! Timeout. You did not see that replay because that was clear as day. Shoulder to helmet contact.
On us.
Yeah.
He's
100%.
going down. Was it not? Didn't his leg?
What
He
hit
didn't
his
make
leg?
contact with his leg. Or Sherwood was coming over to try to make the tackle. He was on his way down to the floor. He didn't make contact.
No, he definitely went shoulder to head. I wish I had that clip. Maybe I'll run it in the
Sure,
freaking.
but Brock Lesnar Suplex City is perfectly.
But then
legal,
also
right?
they gave one to Rodgers. He freaking got hit right in the chest as he threw the ball, and they freaking just because he got freaking thrown to the ground.
Are you kidding me? The guy was 4 yards off the ball when Rodgers threw that ball.
Oh, he wasn't. He just threw that ball.
If that was Pat Mahomes, that guy would have been thrown out of the fucking league. Get out of here.
Well, I mean, anything against Pat Mahomes.
That's craziness. But then
and then that was also the one biggest thing that bothered me all night. Freaking Drake May, Aaron Rodgers is giving an interview after the game, and Drake May is waiting that minutes, and he says, "I'm waiting for the GOAT."
The GOAT, baby! We got the GOAT, Drew! You don't have the GOAT anymore, we do! That's something. Isn't that something?
That was
the
bad.
Backup quarterback called our starting quarterback the greatest of all time. And he was. Did you see that Garrett Wilson touchdown? And
just to let you know, that was the first touchdown Gonzalez ever gave up.
That was against Gonzalez? I didn't even see.
Yeah.
I was ready to pass out on the other side of the stadium.
Oh my God.
That Garrett Wilson touchdown could not have been anywhere else, dude. It was the most perfect ball.
Yeah, I'm bringing it up right now.
Oh my gosh! I mean, that was something that like never seen. I don't know if my father's ever seen it. Like, never see a guy in green and white make that throw.
I mean, it was great defense too. Gonzalez almost made that play.
That's what I mean. It was the ball was literally in the only spot that it could be in, and Garrett Wilson fucking did the rest.
All right, what do you got for me?
What do I got for you?
Let's hear your notes.
My notes consist of. I mean, I kind of already went into it, dude. It's exciting time now. It's hype time.
All right, fine. So let me ask this. Obviously, huge win for the Jets. You guys are on your high horse.
Mm-hmm.
But did last night? Did that say like, oh my God, like we really got a shot here at winning something? And how? What do you mean by winning something? Like, are you talking Super Bowl? Like, just making a run in playoffs?
Look, I'm gonna try to separate my fandom from my mental right now, but it's kind of difficult after last night, dude. Yeah, kind of that offense, the way they ran it, the way they did their thing, and the defense just kind of worked off it. Yeah, we could go to the Super Bowl. 100%, we can go to the Super Bowl. Like I said before, the Ravens are 0-2. The Bengals are iffy. Miami is dead. Buffalo can't get it done. Who is in the AFC that I have to worry about? Houston, too young. Like, it's Mahomes' conference, so be it. But he's beatable. And if our defense gets against it, we almost beat him with Zach Wilson. Win the games that need to be won. They go to versus Denver next week, Sunday. Denver comes into town Sunday. Get it done. Like, just get it done. And then I think we have I want to say it's Buffalo after that, but I mean, I was looking at the schedule this morning. It's not a fierce one, to say the least, knowing what you know about the teams now after 2 or 3 weeks. So yeah, dude, they can really do it. If this defense stays remotely healthy or stays hungry the way they were last night, 100%. Sky's the limit. I honestly feel that way now. And I understand you guys are not supposed to be a good team, but I also understand what you guys are and the floor for you guys. And you guys always have a high floor. You're only going to be so bad. So and you're going to come ready to play. It didn't really look like it last night, but that's why I'm excited, because I do kind of believe in my heart that you were ready to play and you couldn't get it done. And that's why I'm saying, okay, this team's for real. If they put it together, they can actually be for real.
And last question. You saw a little. Did you watch the end of the game last night? Did you stay?
I left there with 5 minutes left in the fourth.
Okay, so you didn't get to see Drake May.
I did not.
Oh, so then
I did not.
That question goes out the window.
But listen, the one thing that I haven't talked to you about yet that I think kind of embodies and symbolizes how the Jet fan, the average Jet fan, feels this morning was Jabril Pepper's post-conference interview. Because you have it?
Yeah, I do.
Because what he said.
Unfortunately, I have.
What he said, I could run through a brick wall just hearing a Patriots player talk like that after a Jets game. I could run through a brick wall. Please pull that up.
Wait, I'm not sharing it. Hold on.
No, I can't see it. There you go.
It was real tough. Divisional game, prime time. And, came out, got our ass kicked.
You sure did, Jabril. You sure did, buddy. Oh, man, that quote, Drew. That quote, I put it in my spank bank. I put that in the spank bank, that quote. We see you soon again. You know that, right?
October, like mid-October, right?
Yeah, the schedule's weird. It's like week 6, week 7 or something like that.
I feel like it's I don't know, maybe like the past 4 or 5 years now, I feel like we always, no matter what, play within 4 or 5 weeks.
Yeah, and they'll either tuck it into the beginning or tuck it into the end.
It's been, I feel like, more towards the end.
Yeah. Well, usually, because they feel like we're both going to be somewhat around in there, but now they put it up front.
They didn't give us a chance to beat you guys late.
No, that's what you think?
In Gillette, I don't know. I'm just saying. I mean, it clearly looks like the Jets get the Chiefs treatment now.
Oh, my God. If Aaron Rodgers gets dogged. Aaron Rodgers got hit way too much last night, by the way. And the Patriots are going to keep patriating, and it's kind of pissing me off because now I have things that actually are worth protecting, so they better stop the bullshit.
Yeah, wait, the Keon White hit, when
he came over
out of bounds.
I know.
He pounded him up, though, after. He said respect.
Rodgers said respect. Because Lazard ran up to Keon Cole, and Rodgers stopped him. Rodgers don't worry, it was a good play.
Yeah.
Listen, man, we'll see. That's all I can always say is we'll see. But things are changing. Tides are turning, and it's going to be a long season, Drew.
So you think you're going to 2-0 us? You're going to come into Gillette and beat us?
That's going to be a battle, I think. It ain't going to be no 27-3 or 24-3. That's for sure. Yeah.
And Drake may be starting at that point with a healthy O-line.
Okay, bring your healthiest, dude. Bring fucking Logan Mankins back. I don't give a shit.
If you don't think that our O-line was an issue last night,
it was because of my boys. Oh,
come on.
Any O-line would have been an issue last night, baby.
Please.
Willie Mack, 5 sacks in 2 games.
They were lost. We had 6 guys blocking 4 at one point, and they were still getting in.
You know damn well that last night would have ended differently if you guys were able to get the run going early.
Yeah, I knew we lost when it was 10-0.
Yeah, that was
Like,
it.
I
That's it for
knew
you
it.
guys. Yeah.
I noticed it right away. I knew what the Jets were doing. The only thing I was going to hope for was a really good halftime adjustment by Mayo, and
Right.
it didn't happen. We had to play more aggressive, clearly. Like, if they're not taking deep shots, come up. Like, it's just so obvious, and we were just missing tackles, like you said, but we wouldn't be if we were closer, obviously. I don't know. I thought it was so obvious, but guess it wasn't.
Look, man, I mean, you ran into the bigger brother. You get us again.
Oh, you do not get that title. You do not get that title after one win.
Oh, come on, I'll give you a little noogie. I'll give you a little noogie. I was like, we'll get you. We'll see me in a couple weeks, little bro. Get out of here. You know, something like that.
Wait, how crazy is it that the last time that the Jets won at home against the Pats, you were taken there for your birthday by me, and last night you were taken there by your birthday by somebody else. But
You're damn right. I was trying to think of how many years was that?
It was 2015.
Oh, wow. So, Oh, so it was my 21st birthday.
Yeah,
That makes
almost
sense.
10 years ago.
And now 30. So what's the next big one's 40.
Oh, yeah, that'll
as
be the
far as
next time
being
you guys beat us at home, you're saying, right?
I fucking hope not. Jesus.
All right. Well, we'll see in a few weeks. We'll see what happens.
Yes, sir. I'm glad we got to have this chat. I really needed it.
It was good.
Yeah. I will see you next week. We'll talk more numbers, all right?
Yeah. Talk to you.
Peace.